you think back to periods in time where we just overreach, I think the early Spanish incursion into Panama is one of those, because they harvested everything to the detriment of the native peoples, most of whom were wiped out. But also in the case of those islands, they wiped out most of the pearls, but only to the limits that you could go by holding your breath. And then came Explorer.
We sailed the first great submarine, sank down in that dark machine, oh yeah. But we dove where no one had before, breathing on the ocean floor, oh yeah. Saw the bottom of the world, it was empty, it was cold. We set the craft ashore, stood there like the fools we were, oh yeah. Like the fools we were.
Submarine Explorer represents a missing link in the development of the submarine. Explorer was a combination of a diving bell and a submarine. You could move along the bottom. You could pressurize, you could step outside, you could reach down into the water. You literally had a door into the ocean world. It was a technologically brilliant apparatus.
The violent will of technology transcends every boundary, oh yeah. The bright blue sea turns violet and then black, 7 fathoms deep. Yet we dove to harvest pearls and found a barren reef. You can build the first great submarine and still a failure be. Still a failure be.
This craft, Explorer, had been built by Kroehl after his experiences in the Civil War. He tried to sell it to the Navy along with his backers' support, but that had failed, and so instead, their original idea to make money was followed up, and that was to go to Panama and dive in the islands and get as many pearls as they could, because this sub had this incredible capacity to go deep, and they could just scoop up pearl oysters off the bottom to their heart's content.
Julius, the engineer, poured the rum and built the fire, oh yeah. The ocean, she is vain and she is cruel, the loathest of her foes. We passed the bottle and we sang for history and for shame. Behold the bitter monument and mourn the deepest diver spent. Bitter monument.
Explorer helped kill pearl fishery, a huge craft capable of staying down for hours, picking up oysters at the very deepest depths. What this did is it stripped the pearl beds. It allowed them to not pay attention to a sustainable fishery, but rather get all they could with little understanding of the consequences both to the environment or to the people.
The men all went their separate ways, mostly back home to the States, so yeah. Till just the engineer remained where his heart and vessel lay, oh yeah. At the low tide he would meet her there along the shore, and the wind would echo forth the beauty of her form and force, oh yeah, of her form and force.
These guys didn't realize that staying down deep pressurized their blood, and if they came up too fast, as this sub allowed them to, it was going to hurt them and likely kill them. And ultimately, I think it's one reason why Explorer ended up being abandoned. They were running out of pearls and oyster shells, to be sure, but they were also hurting, if not killing, the crew. And so it ends up being set on a beach, an incredible investment, left there to the tides and to time.
That was 1869. In spring 2001, they found her crusted through with